Hello, Rocket Magnet. I'm glad you liked the story. I just wanted to clear a few minor things up. First of all, you start out by saying I was being patronizing. Okay, well, let's take a look here at dictionary.com. Patronizing, adjective, displaying or indicative of an offensively condescending manner. Okay, well, let's take a look here. Now, the stand of people who support socialized healthcare is that the state needs to step in and take control of a particular industry because the rest of the population are incapable of handling it themselves. It's simply far too important a job to be left to them. Someone who opposes it myself, I take the stand that this is nonsense and that people are in fact quite capable of handling it themselves, and that centralizing it is in fact not the best way to deal with it. So I exactly how does this make me the condescending one? From my point of view, it's quite the contrary. But anyways, you go on to make the usual comparisons I've heard a million times, like who will build the roads, who will do the fire department, and so on and so forth. Well, not very good examples because I oppose government having monopolies on those things too. In fact, I oppose government having monopolies on all of them. Now, of course, when people hear this, they immediately think, oh, you don't want the roads, you don't want the doctors, you don't want the fire department, you want us to scrap them all and go back to the Stone Age, and so on and so forth. Now, when people actually start listening very carefully, they'll hear that that's not actually the stance I'm taking. I don't oppose I don't oppose healthcare. I don't oppose roads. I don't oppose fire departments or anything like that. I don't even oppose the idea of people pooling their money for a common cause. People do this all the time. It's very common. What the thing that I oppose is government having a monopoly on it. It's government putting a gun to your head and saying, we're taking your money and we're going to spend it for you because you are too stupid to know how to do it yourself. Is that clear enough for you? I mean, this is the thing that the woo crowd never seem to understand, or perhaps never choose to understand, is from what I see, is that if you think you're incapable of handling something yourself and want to let someone else handle it for you, you're perfectly free to do that. I have no problem with that at all. What you don't have the right to do is to demand everyone adhere to your way of doing things. And especially, you don't have the right to tell the state to bully everyone into doing what you think they ought to do. It's none of your concern. I think that's pretty reasonable, isn't it? So, so to recap, I'm not being patronizing. In fact, I'm being a lot more encouraging than a lot of socialists are. Also, I don't just because I oppose government doing something doesn't mean I oppose of it being done at all. I just oppose them being regarded as the only choice for it. I believe more choices would result in much better results. Well, that just about covers it, and I hope this cleared things up. So in the future, if you want to debate libertarian views or whatever, you're perfectly free to, but please make sure you actually understand what they are first, all right? Don't make snap judgments. All right? Peace. And be aware and be wise.